Hi Scorpio, happy April. Thank you for your patience. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, I laid out the cards already. I'll show you what they are, but I have a feeling in here already that you're afraid of losing something here. You're either in the middle of a legal battle, there's something going on at work, there's some kind of maybe financial where you're having to pay out more for something, or there's something around, I feel, your sense of security. And I feel how it's showing up, though, is in the form of your tangibles, like your bank account, your home, your assets, things like that, okay? For some of you, I think you might be going through legalities here, either lawsuits or divorces or, you know, maybe just legalities of purchasing a home, or you're doing something here, but I feel like it may have rocked your sense of security. I think behind, though, what I'm really feeling here is this is a karmic justice about to be corrected. Okay, so if you're in the middle of something and you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to raise the white flag and just say, enough, I can't deal with this. I think what the universe might be trying to show you or remind you is really what you're made of here. You know what I mean? Certain things are within our control and certain things aren't. And I think that might be what the lesson or the current situation is you might be glossing over that part. So, you know, because you're stuck in the crux of what's going on here. The overall energy coming in is the Temperance card, right? Which is already telling me that you're trying to rebuild something here. You're trying to regain or attain or trying to keep in the midst of something, some sense of semblance of order in your life. Okay, the Temperance card is a card of just it's not just anything. It's a card that says I need to stay in the middle lane, because if I swerve off to either side, I really don't know what I'm going to do here. All right. It's creating something new, but not out of thin air. Again, I feel you're overlooking things within yourself or in your surroundings, or there's things that you're overlooking here that are trying to be pointed out by the universe here, right? In the midst of something, we usually overlook the things that are extremely obvious, right? Like I'm resilient, you know what I mean? But we forget about that in the middle of, you know, trying to dust our butt off and get back on the ground is what I'm trying to say here. Now, we've got the King of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands crossed by the Justice card. Okay. So someone too may have either pulled something really, you know, out of their hat and you didn't see it coming, or you're just preparing yourself for one more bit of antic or something here. Okay, we've got the Four of Coins, we've got the Tower card, we've got the World card, we've got the Devil card, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Cups on the outbound. Okay, I'm going to go at this from a few different angles here. I think that this is, I do feel there's legalities in here somewhere, or there's some disagreement, some major disagreement with somebody in here. It can be something too, you know, where maybe someone takes credit for something that you've established or is trying to cut you out of something. You're hanging on for dear life here is really what I feel. Okay, I think in the past, you know, for some of you too, you may have gotten involved with someone here that you really didn't know what you were getting involved in here. And this could be a business dealing. It's with someone else, though. It's an end of a cycle here. You've got a lot of cards of ends of cycles. You've got the World card, the Tower card, the Justice card, the Eight of Cups. That's wanting more than what you've had. Now, the Nine of Wands, I think that, again, you really just feel like the wool's been, or the rug's been pulled out from under you. But there is, don't lose hope here, because you're going to get something in this that I don't feel you see coming yet. Okay, I feel that it's tangible. If you're worried about your finances being okay after this, they will. It's about really dusting yourself off, though, and realizing the value of certain things in your life that I really feel you might be overlooking here. Okay? I think you're in the middle of something here that you're just not real comfortable about. Okay. Now, I think you know this is a completion of something, and I think you know that it's karmic. Doesn't make it any easier, though, right? But with the World card, the Nine of Wands, the Justice card, and the Tower card, it's just saying there might be movement here in a home. There may be asset exchange. There's something here, though. Don't panic about this to the degree that I think you are. I think you're in the middle of something that you're not seeing the outcome. I think you feel that someone else is probably being dishonest here. They're not hiding something, or there's a major misunderstanding here. Okay. The World card with the Four of Coins and the 10 is telling me that you're really worried about your future here. Okay, your future of finances, what you're going to do, where you're going to live. For some of you, you may have come to an end of a cycle in a job, maybe something that you've been at for a really long time, and now you're starting something else. You're wanting more. You're going in a different direction here. For some of you, you're probably, trying to think about, can I maybe branch off from this and do something else? This month is really a month that's pivotal. It's a month where you're going to really look at what your strengths are, hopefully in a way where you're real. Sometimes it's a strike to the ego where, you realize for 10 years you've been going in the opposite direction of where you're going. The point is, though, that you're getting it. And that's what I feel. There's a lot of under the surface things here that are going to come to light about things maybe you've forgotten about yourself, how resilient you are. You know what I mean? How you have your values in the right spot, and how finances are also there. It's you've got enough here. I think that you're feeling like something more is owed you. But what's coming here is owed you, but it may come in an area in a way that you're not, like you're looking for it over here, but it's coming over here. It's coming for you over here. And it is coming. It's just this could play out in a lot of different ways here. All right. Now I think here is you're wondering probably, is this really worth? Sometimes our fears and our hopes, usually they're the same kind of feeling. Okay, but you're not quite sure here is everything as transparent as you think it is? That's why I'm saying there's definitely other people involved here, but the question is this as transparent as it should be? Is someone hiding something, or is it just not, how do I say? I feel there's a lot of half-truths here. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't specifically lying or being dishonest, but they're not telling the whole truth either. You know what I mean? So this card is a tricky card. It's like, is someone blatantly stealing from me? Or is this a misunderstanding? Am I seeing this correctly? You know what I mean? But this is the end of it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel that things really do come out, and you just realize this is, I'm resilient here, yes, but I've got to cut my losses at some point, right? You're really, really, I feel, you've got the stamina. You've been doing this for a long time. The 9 and 10 of Wands they're cards of, I've got a lot on me. I really feel like the weight of the world is on me. But that's about to clear out here, because the 8 of Cups is going on to something else, right? The 8 is the you can't go any further than that. So it's like your emotions are at the peak of where they need to be to get you to push you past something, probably out of a comfort zone, right? We stay in things sometimes that we know they're not ideal, but we think about the work ahead of us to get out of this, and it's just not worth it. But you're going to do it, because the 8 of Cups is a card that you're wanting more here. Like you're wanting more than you're getting in your whole scenario. This could be too a restructure of your values, restructure of the things that you thought were important are changing gears here. You've got a lot of substantial cards. Okay. I think the Devil card, though, here is either how you see something. I think this throw is riddled with fear, right? I think that there's some big asset legalities on the line here for some of you, okay? And I think that it's going to change your world. But you've got cards here too, you know, that speak of lawyers, and they speak of what's karmically right and due you. So you've got a lot of fear around this, but you may not get what you think you're owed, but you'll get you'll get the bigger picture here. You know what I mean? Now again, the Devil card can be you, or it can be how people around you see the situation. You know what I mean? As not being fair, not being honest, not being above board. Sorry about that. My neighbor has this new motorcycle, and I'm not used to it yet. It scares the life out of me. Okay, that just gave me a fright. Okay, we're going to take that as a sign, too, that this is how you feel. You feel like you're terrified, okay? I want to clarify here. Your hopes and fears, that the World card with the Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, I think you feel like someone is getting away with something, where I just feel like sevens are a card. Let me just say this, okay? If you've got a scenario going on here like this, I'm going to keep these readings short, but if you've got a scenario, there is so much karmic justice in here, and things coming to an end, and karmic clearings here, that if someone is not being honest, if this is more than just a miscommunication, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. So don't worry about that. Okay? The net is you walk away from this going towards more, and I'm gonna see where you're going towards. And this is if you choose to do nothing, you still go in a new direction. Okay, and it's an 8. It's not a beginning. You're not starting over from fresh. So if you're in the middle of something, you think, I'm going to lose everything. You're not. That's an 8. And you've got 9s and 10s in here. So you're going on to new things. You have no aces in here. So this is something that you're not going to start from fresh. You're not going to have the wool pulled out from under you and have to start over brand new. I think that value systems change, beliefs change, big things change in your life, and that changes your life as a whole. I think for some of you that are dating someone that something's always been a little bit shady, right? Like, I'm not talking married people. I'm talking if you've been dating someone for a bit and your gut is telling you something is not right here, that's about to come out. Okay, so rest assured here that trust your gut. And I'm a big believer, and I've been telling this a lot, and I do it myself. When you think, you know, example, this person, I just feel something here. I don't want to know, but you feel it. I think that may come out, and I think that kind of puts an end to that. Okay, but you're also going to be reminded in that kind of scenario just what you're made of. That's why I thought that's kind of what I felt coming in here, but I also saw a lot of cards around legalities, a lot of cards about established financials, right? What makes me feel secure, right? That kind of stuff. But for some of you, I think that you're going to be rebuilding yourself here, realizing that someone, you know, hasn't been, this would be kind of like I'm separated, not divorced. And when I said to you something, it may have been misinterpreted a certain way. For some of you, that could be the case too. Or for some of you, you're going to start to hear things now where someone really hasn't. And it's not blatant dishonesty. It's just, you know what? I really didn't tell you about my fears. I really didn't tell you about, you know, I'm in the middle of a divorce, but I'm terrified. You know what I mean? Because I really enjoy spending time with you. It could be you're going to hear things like that too, right? But these I really don't feel are things that are under the surface that you're already not aware of. I think you may have an inkling, but I think that what's happening here is you're spinning this in so many ways that you're not quite sure what's real anymore. Okay, but with the 8 of Cups on the outbound, it doesn't mean that this, whatever this is, ends, but it gets bumped up to more. It's got more substance to it now. Okay, 8s are numbers where it's as high as it can go. 9 is like the retirement. I'm closing it down, but 8 is okay. Well, now we need to do this, or I need to go in this direction. So however this plays out for you, you're not starting your life over from scratch here. We've got all cards of stamina, stability, but I'm tired. I've been carrying this weight for a very long time. I'm tired, but I'm not a quitter, right? And but we know the things to make life not harder for ourselves, right? That's kind of what the takeaway here is. And I know I'm telling you what you already know, okay? This is a card, too, of maybe I've worked really hard for this, whatever this is to you. You know what I mean? But your feet are firmly planted here. You're not going to lose this. Whatever this is. This doesn't even need to be money. It can be health. It can be your tangibles. It can be your outlook on things. It can be how you've created and cultivated your life. I don't want to start over again. You won't. This is a solid card. A 4 is a solid card, right? And the Justice card sits right next to it. And how I'm looking at this is what's blown through here. But the Justice card sits here with the 4 of Coins. This will be gain to you. It's not being taken away from you. I think a lot of things that may have been under the surface for a bit are coming to light. I don't feel they're about you. I think you'll hear about them, and they'll be the pieces that speed things along that may have been held up for you for a little bit. Okay. The Tower card that's anchoring here next to the Judgment card, this is just saying it could be a dwelling, but it could be also something, again, that like, wow, finally somebody hears me or sees me. And that's what I've got here for you. I want to clarify the Justice card because I think that this pulls this reading together where it says done. This is done, paid in full. I am done with this. Okay. But I want to see what the Justice card is about. You've worked very hard here and you're tired. I can see that, and you don't want to start over. That's what I really keep hearing is I don't want to start over here. Oops. You will have a new beginning here. It will be a fresh start. You will land on your feet. This is someone who knows how to take care of themselves. This could be something where it was a legality. Okay? It could be, but it can also be just I'm very balanced. I've got my fire back. I've got my zest, my energy, and I know what the heck I'm doing now. I know where I'm going. I know where my values are. And that's what I've got here. This is a brand new beginning for you, but you're not starting from scratch. You're going to start solid, on solid ground here. This is someone who is, this is someone who will give you a pep talk. This is someone who has their, like I say, they're very firmly planted on the ground. They know their value. They're very charismatic, funny. They can make ha-has out of this. You know what I mean? Because life is just, it's hard sometimes, but you've also got to remember the sweetness of it. This is someone who also has, your radar is right on. That's why I'm saying if something has been screaming to you, it's about to come out. This is someone who is very, very intuitive. Okay? Very smart, very charismatic. You are not going to get anything past this person. So don't worry about this. Okay? You've got this. You've got this for sure. Okay? And these are new beginnings. I want to see the 7 of Swords here. I feel it's a turn of events. I think that you know it, but you just don't want to hear it. And for some of you, and for others of you, you know it, and you're like, ugh. Okay, it's the Empress card. Okay, this is, again, the natural order of things. Okay, this is a card, too, of being misunderstood, but now everything comes out. The Empress card is like, she'll blow the lid off. This card, it's like the bursting out. It's like the blowing the lid off of something, and it all comes to light. This is new. Okay? It's the natural order of things. You've got a lot of cards, and that's what I'm really hearing in here. I can think when I shuffle. This is about, it's about karmic dues being done. This is another card of organically natural order of things. It's also a very, very successful card. It's a card of organically landing where you need to be, when you need to be there. And that's what you've got here. Boom. You are whole. You are whole. This is setting you up for a whole new place in your life. You are not starting from scratch. The Emperor and the Empress, this is whole. This is wholeness. This is I'm in control of my life. This is what you've got, and I'm thrilled to deliver that. I love to give you guys good readings. Okay, there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'm going to run some specials for April, so just give me a minute to get those up there. Okay, thank you so much.